strong kick to get this one underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And we kind of wondered coming into this game, did they want to run it up the middle? Did they want to run it near that big fella at defensive tackle? Because he's a grown man, makes plays all over the field. They try him early. I wonder if they'll keep trying it, because we haven't seen a lot of people week in and week out that has been able to block that big fella.
Keep it on the ground. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Alabama quickly back to the line. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. They'll go play action with Moore. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Taking it the other way. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Chambliss. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Touchdown, Irish! A great catch and run for 6.
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Moore. Grabs it in the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy in the offense?
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Out wide left, it's Humphries. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Moore.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
On the move. There he goes. He's got some room headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. From the gun, he pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Alabama pushing the tempo. Trying to ball his way in. Great job on the containment and the tackle. stop him for no gain. Just going to keep it after the snap. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. A run for the quarterback. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll take the penalty and move them back. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on 4th down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Tight end now in motion. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Chambliss. Rush right in his face. Left side is Harbor. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Here come the Irish again, this time doing it through the air.
And getting a little balance, right? We talked about how they like to be physical and they like to run the football. And when you get that balance going, man, it makes it easy to call plays, start to settle in, everything looking good on offense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Drops back on 1st down. Looking for a huge play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play, and the wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Handoff from the gun. And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the 1st quarter. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see who gets the edge early in the 2nd. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. He's going to take off. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
Hey, 3rd down and short, you know the quarterback absolutely is going to be a part of the run game. The defense was not fooled, flew up, made the tackle, stick that fist in the air, 4th down coming.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Finds his man on the RPO. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the 1st down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Tells the play fake, lost a throw on 1st down. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
The Alabama offense coming onto the field. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Just smothered on the play.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Quarterback keeps it. Fighting off the defender.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
QB decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up fourth.
Alabama trying to convert this fourth down. He's changing the play. More to throw for it on fourth down. Under pressure. Caught. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. Alabama quickly back to the line. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Third down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
And the offense runs the football, and they get the first down. And you kind of get the feeling they've already gone for it on fourth down once. Like, they're going to do it again. And that just puts so much pressure on a defense. Like, to play an extra snap over and over again is really, really difficult. This offense appears to be in an aggressive mode.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
There's so many of these read plays with quarterbacks because they're so smart and they're so athletic now. He makes the correct read, the correct decision, goes and gets the first down, new set of downs. Great job by the quarterback.
Looks as if he's going to run it. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Throwing more. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. In the gun on third down. Moore. Rushes on. And it's a sack. The Irish use their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. So they'll send out the field goal unit. No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Chambliss. Throws for the tight end. Out wide left, it's Green. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Deep shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Long way to go on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Oh, he loves to fire downfield.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
So here they come going for it on 4th and long. The aftershocks of that earlier sack still reverberating. Looking deep. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quarterback changing the play. Moore with the play fake. Here comes the heat. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and...
Run to the right. 30. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Turns it upfield. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
To the air, it's Chambliss. They're working that left side. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was two guys right next to him, so that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll try to get it through the air. Oh, pressure's coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
You got to be able to blitz, but get home. It's one thing to blitz just to blitz, but you got to find a way, slip through those cracks. Nice job by the defense. The QB had no clue. He was hanging in there, trying to be tough. Got hit as he threw the football, forced the incompletion, 4th down.
Makes the catch. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. That one will give them the lead. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Knocked down immediately. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. On the gun, on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Turning it on. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Firing toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And that's a really good play. That's a bomb. That's thrown way down the field. A lot of time for me to do what? Get a little bit handsy, get my hands, force a PI. Stayed calm, did a nice job staying the course, got his hand on the football for the deflection.
They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A 3rd down stop. Now to see what they do on 4th down.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game in the toss play.
Keeps it himself. Now the toss. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Out wide right, it's Green. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. starts from their own 25-yard line. Dante Moore. They're all over him. And he avoids the sack.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Moore will throw. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Wide receiver going in motion. Moore from the gun on third down. Fires to the wideout. And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. Changing the routes with his receiver. Moore to the air again. Look out. And the incomplete pass, they